Hi, I'm Dave, the host and creator of Dopey, the podcast on drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. Everyone has been saying I should start making YouTube videos, so I figured I'd start with something I know nothing about, the daily reflections. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I know it's gonna be great. Trust me.
Good morning, Dopey. Your favorite podcast. Now make YouTube show. Good morning.
Good morning, Dopey, and welcome to Good Morning, Dopey, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. I love Thanksgiving. It's definitely in my top 10 holidays of the year. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. I like Hanukkah. I guess that's it. I guess I have 3 top holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Hanukkah. So it's in my top 3. Maybe Thanksgiving is my favorite because I do love the fall colors, and more than anything, I love the food. And I love the concept of the Thanksgiving sandwich. And now that I'm so sober and godly, I do enjoy the gratitude. But that was never up there for me. I love the weather changing. I love when summer's finally over and it's cold again. There's just something, I don't know, very, very mystical to me. And today is November 25th, in case you were wondering. And we are reading the Daily Reflections. That's what Good Morning Dopey is all about. It's me trying to interpret the daily reflections through my sick, addled brain. And before I read today's daily reflection, which is a powerful tradition, and Thanksgiving is, of course, a powerful tradition, I want to say that we have nothing to do with the daily reflections except that I'm reading them. And I don't know why I'm wearing a purple hat for Thanksgiving, but whatever. We have nothing to do with Alcoholics Anonymous, except that I talk about it a little bit, and I know a little bit about it. Here we go. I might or might not be a member because I don't want to promote it. I want to attract rather than promote. Let's just say I belong to a 12-step fellowship. We'll leave it at that. Let's say I'm a drug addict in recovery. We can say that too. Anyway, here we go. A powerful tradition. In the years before the publication of the book Alcoholics Anonymous, we had no name. By a narrow majority, the verdict was for naming our book The Way Out. One of the early lone members found exactly 12 books already titled The Way Out. I already love this. And if you didn't understand what that just said, they didn't know what to call Alcoholics Anonymous. Like, I don't know if they named the book first or the fellowship first, but they wanted to name the book The Way Out, but they found out there were already 12 books called The Way Out. And this relates to me because before we started Dopey, we wanted to call Dopey War Stories and make it just about war stories. But then we Googled war stories, and there was already a podcast called War Stories about military entanglements. So we called it Dopey. So I can totally relate to that because Dopey was supposed to be called War Stories and just be about war stories of our days using. And if you don't know what war stories are, they're just like the fucking worst stories of using and getting high or getting drunk or whatever. But we Googled war stories, and it was actually a podcast about military entanglements. So after a lot of deliberating, we named the show Dopey. Anyway, let me keep going. So Alcoholics Anonymous became first choice. That's how we got a name for our book of experience, a name for our movement, and as we are now beginning to see, a tradition of the greatest spiritual import. Interesting. It's interesting how much Alcoholics Anonymous has in common with Dopey. I never knew that. Beginning with Bill's momentous decision in Akron to make a telephone call rather than a visit to the hotel bar. And that's, of course, Bill was the founder of AA, and he went to this hotel and he wanted to get a drink, but instead of getting a drink, he called a fellow in AA. And that was a big moment in AA. How often has a higher power made itself felt at crucial moments in our history? The eventual importance that the principle of anonymity would acquire was dimly perceived. What the fuck does that mean? The eventual importance, you got to stop with that thing. Howie's fucking sitting there with the Velcro sash. And it's like, give me the Velcro sash. This is him. He doesn't like, he's not an alcoholic. He's not in recovery. He doesn't like God. He's just here. He's just hanging out, going like this. And he cares about production, but he's like this in the corner. Like it's not going to distract me. Like I'm not crazy enough. It's like my fucking kid with her fucking fidgets. Oh, God help. Jesus, help me. Help me from this horrible predicament I'm in. Anyway, let's keep going. Spirituality, powerful tradition. It's Thanksgiving, and I'm very grateful for Howie. It's amazing. Anyway, let's keep going here. The eventual importance that the principle of anonymity would acquire was but dimly perceived, if at all, in those early days. There seems to have been an element of chance, even in the choice of a name for our fellowship. I do not see the connection between these things. I don't see the connection between them wanting to call the book The Way Out, Bill deciding to call his buddy rather than having a drink, and anonymity. I don't get it. If you get it, please leave a message in the comments. Tell me to be nicer to Howie. But come on, really? Are you guys satisfied with the feeling of Velcro? It doesn't do anything for me, but I know lots of people get off on Velcro. God is no stranger to anonymity. And I don't understand this reading at all. And it definitely doesn't have anything to do with Thanksgiving. God is no stranger to anonymity, and often appears in human affairs in the guises of luck, chance, or coincidence. If anonymity somewhat fortuitously became the spiritual basis for all of our traditions, perhaps God was acting anonymously on our behalf. That's sweet. I guess anonymity, I don't understand the purpose of anonymity in Alcoholics Anonymous. Let's Google it. This is going to be a long one, Howie, so stand by. Maybe you can find yourself another piece of Velcro someplace. What is the importance of... Please don't. It's like when he tears the Velcro, it tears my soul. Anyway, here we go. Because anonymity protects both the person and the message, it gives the protection by unbundling what's said and who said it, and by erecting a wall of ignorance between the two. What we say is often less like an arrow and more like a boomerang. Yeah, listen, forgive me. Sometimes I think I'm really smart. Today, I don't feel particularly smart. So if you understand the importance of anonymity, or how we bundle anonymity with the way they got the name Alcoholics Anonymous, and why Bill called his friend instead of had a drink, and you can put that together in a comprehensive comment, please add it to the comments. If not, I wish you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking toodles for Chris.